This is the Alchemy.
Oh yeah, see ya.
The Taylor and Travis saga just went full rom-com universe. First up, Travis Kelce's brand new restaurant is serving a cocktail inspired by Taylor's song, The Alchemy. And yes, fans are crying into their drinks. Then, Mama Donna Kelce is hoarding every keepsake from the engagement like it's championship merch. And while she's scrapbooking, Travis is dropping a limited edition American Eagle times Tru Kolors collab that's already a fashion touchdown. Next, the couple made their first official public appearance since the proposal, flashing that jaw-dropping ring at Arrowhead.
The newly engaged couple, Travis Kelce, we saw him on the field pregame with Taylor Swift, his fiance, in the building.
And of course, the wedding planning chatter has started. Timelines, venues, vibes. Finally, rumors about the guest list? Let's just say this might be the Met Gala with vows. The Kansas City Chiefs tight end is taking the romance straight into his brand new steakhouse, 1587 Prime, and let's just say, this man knows how to keep fans fed, literally and emotionally. So here's the tea. Travis and his partner in business crime, Patrick Mahomes, dropped an Insta clip, giving everyone a sneak peek at the restaurant's cocktail bar. And instead of just slapping some basic martini on the menu, Kelce decided to dedicate a drink to his fiancée. Yep, there's a cocktail named after one of Taylor's tracks, and fans are already crying into their iced lattes. The drink is called the Alchemy, which insiders point out is straight off Taylor's 2024 album, The Tortured Poets Department. The boys showed it off, a cucumber and orange peel mix that looks like it belongs in some fancy rooftop lounge instead of being chugged during Sunday Night Football. Mahomes took a sip, gave the nod, and you just know that nod is basically a Michelin star in the bro world.
I mean, it's a good old-fashioned.
Now, anyone who's listened to The Alchemy knows the song is basically Taylor leaving Easter eggs the size of footballs. The lyrics about winning streaks, warming benches, and being the greatest in the league had Swifties convinced it was a love letter to Kelce the second it dropped. Add in that viral bit about trophies and touchdowns, and fans were screaming louder than they did when she stormed the field after the Chiefs took down the 49ers at the 2024 Super Bowl. While back at Casa Kelce, someone else is already stealing the spotlight, Mama Donna. And honestly, she's thriving harder than any of us. Donna's basically turned into a sentimental scrapbooker overnight, hoarding every little thing from Travis and Taylor's engagement like it's limited edition merch. Photos, flowers, maybe even the leftover champagne corks. If it can be pressed into an album or shoved in a keepsake box, Donna's got it. She's treating this engagement like the Super Bowl of motherhood, wanting to remember every single detail. And considering her son pulled off a garden proposal, complete with a custom-designed vintage-inspired ring, who wouldn't? The man didn't just buy a rock, he teamed up with a jeweler like it was a game day play call. Touchdown! Apparently the vibe since Tuesday has been one big celebration mode. No Pinterest boards or color palettes yet. Wedding planning is on the bench for now. Right now they're just vibing in the glow of not having to keep secrets anymore. Friends are swinging by, dropping off thoughtful little gifts. There's been some crying and a whole lot of champagne toasts. Sounds more like a cozy family reunion than Hollywood extravaganza, and honestly, we're here for it. Meanwhile, Donna's not just collecting memories, she's broadcasting them. The proud mom pulled the ultimate Facebook flex by swapping her cover photo for throwback shots of Mini Travis and Mini Taylor. And we're talking peak childhood core. Plaid shirt Travis looking like he just nailed his school spelling bee, and little Taylor clutching a leaf like she invented cottage before it was a thing. Swifties nearly passed out at the cuteness overload because yes, Donna has now officially claimed her future daughter-in-law on social media. And while Mama Kelce is busy making Facebook the family scrapbook, Travis is casually conquering the fashion world. The man basically went from Super Bowl rings to mood board king, teaming up with American Eagle for a limited edition collab that insiders say has been cooking for over a year. And no, this isn't your basic hoodie drop situation. This is AE times Tru Kolors, which sounds less like clothing and more like a Marvel spin-off, but either way, it's serving. Apparently, Kelce wasn't just slapping his name on tags, he went full-on creative director, sitting in meetings, tweaking fabrics, and getting hands-on with graphics like he's been secretly binging Project Runway. He wanted it all to reflect his whole live-to-play philosophy, which insiders describe as confidence meets comfort with a side of swagger. Translation? This line is meant to make you look like you could casually catch a touchdown while sipping an oat latte in a varsity jacket. And let's talk campaign squad. Travis didn't just grab a few random models. He stacked his roster like he was drafting fantasy football. Tennis prodigy Anna Frey, basketball star Azzy Fudd, QB Drew Aller, top recruit Jeremiah Smith, hoops royalty in the making Keon Anthony, and, oh yeah, Olympic gold medalist Suni Lee. Basically, it's like the Avengers but make it athleisure. Each one is bringing their own do-it-my-way vibe, and together they're pushing this whole authenticity is the new flex agenda. The collection itself? 90-plus pieces dropping in 2 waves, priced anywhere between skip one Starbucks and sell a kidney. Highlights include vintage tees with that lived-in vibe, reimagined varsity jackets, rugby polos, cashmere sets, and utility cargos that look like they were designed for someone who actually has places to be. And while his face is plastered on billboards, this real-life rom-com is playing out live at, where else? Arrowhead Stadium. Just days after dropping the engagement bomb, Travis and Taylor made their first public appearance as an officially engaged couple, and it felt like the soft launch of their married life. The location wasn't random either. It was Arrowhead, the birthplace of their love story, which at this point is basically a shrine for Swifties and Chiefs fans. They rolled up for a college game between Travis's old stomping grounds, Cincinnati, and Nebraska, with Taylor rocking a sweater vest, mini denim skirt, and knee-high white boots that screamed, "Yes, I'm engaged, and yes, I'm also the main character."
How about the newly engaged couple? Travis Kelce, we saw him on the field pregame with Taylor Swift, his fiance, in the building.
She wasn't flying solo either. Brittany Mahomes tagged along because apparently double dating at football games is just a regular Thursday now. Jason Kelce also popped up to catch the first half, probably just to make sure his little brother didn't get too carried away with PDA on the Jumbotron. And let's not ignore the bling. Taylor flashed her engagement ring for the first time in public, and people are still trying to pick their jaws up off the floor. We're talking an 8+ carat antique cushion-cut diamond that looks like it could blind an entire defensive line under stadium lights. Experts have already put the price tag north of $500,000, crafted with insane details like needlepoint prongs, tiny side diamonds, and hand-engraved designs. Basically, heirloom meets flex. Which, speaking of happily ever afters, let's get into the wedding buzz that's basically hijacked the internet. Taylor Swift, queen of heartbreak bangers turned bride-to-be, and Travis Kelce, football bro turned fiancé of the decade, are already drowning in wedding rumors. Travis's dad Ed, who was more than happy to spill proposal tea like it was sweet tea at a barbecue, is suddenly playing Secret Service when it comes to the wedding. He's basically saying, "I know stuff, but I'm on mute." Respectfully, that's not your brand, Ed. Fans are already convinced he's one tailgate beer away from accidentally dropping the date.
You know, the perfect way to ask her and to make it special. And we kept trying to tell him, when you do it, that's what makes it special. So don't fret on where, or just get it done. It was a couple weeks ago the Travis got it done after a few weeks of prodding from myself and from Scott Swift.
And if you're wondering who's going to coordinate all this chaos, don't worry, Martha Stewart's already thrown her hat into the ring. The woman posted faster than a Swiftie decoding Easter eggs, basically nominating herself as wedding planner-in-chief. Imagine the Pinterest board, half garden glam, half Arrowhead tailgate. As for timing, the tea leaves are pointing to 2026 because, let's be real, football season is sacred and Taylor's not about to compete with Monday Night Football for her own vows. Plus, 26 is Taylor's lucky numerology moment, so fans are convinced she's got this plotted out like one of her bridge lyrics. So, speaking of wedding vibes taking over everyone's timelines, let's talk about that part that has Swifties losing their collective minds, the guest list. Because obviously, when you've got Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce walking down the aisle, it's not just a wedding, It's basically the Met Gala with vows. Insiders are whispering that this thing is shaping up to be the ultimate crossover event of the century. And honestly, if you're not on the list, you're probably watching the live stream with the rest of us peasants. Now, word on the street is that Taylor and Gigi Hadid are already scheming like it's Ocean's 11 Bridal Edition. The two are apparently plotting not just the big day, but also some kind of mega bachelorette bash that sounds less like a weekend in Vegas and more like a full-blown festival. Matching outfits, inside jokes nobody else gets, and at least 3 TikTok dances choreographed specifically for the occasion. And yes, Gigi's the one holding the master timetable because, let's be real, Taylor might be the bride, but Gigi's definitely the maid of honor with the clipboard. And the bridesmaids lineup? It's elite. We're talking Selena Gomez, who's basically been auditioning for this role since Hands to Myself, and Kylie Kelce, who's clearly about to bring the real sister energy that balances out all the pop star sparkle. Toss in Taylor's brother Austin, who's finally stepping out of the shadows and into his cool groomsman uncle era, and you've got a squad that could easily double as a superhero team. The guest list itself reads like Coachella on steroids. Sabrina Carpenter's a lock because she was the Eras Tour baby sister. Ed Sheeran? Obviously. He's the acoustic guitar guy you can't not invite. Cara Delevingne's likely bringing the chaos energy. Phoebe Waller-Bridge will provide the witty one-liners, and of course, Jack Antonoff and Margaret Qualley are practically guaranteed, since Taylor already sang through their wedding like it was her side gig. Basically, if you've ever shared a microphone, a meme, or a margarita with Taylor, clear your calendar. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.